What are you thinking on that field goal right here? What are you thinking on that field goal when you see it's coming short, coming straight to you?
I mean, that's probably one of my favorite ones to. I mean, I've never done it before, but I mean, it's all offensive linemen, probably a couple of tight ends, and then the kicker. So, you know, my thinking was obviously I know Predator from playing in Detroit. I know he's capable of that, but he was going into the wind. It was a 68-yarder, and I was like, if he doesn't get this, I'm probably going to score. And you know, everybody, you know, they made the wall for me on the left side of the field, and it was just like that spark we needed, you know, before halftime. You know, we just couldn't get the job done.
Now we'll go to Melissa.
Jamal, kind of give your thoughts. Like once you guys did go into the locker room, what was that conversation like after you guys were able to nab that touchdown?
I mean, we were juiced. You know, we always talk about, you know, somebody making that big play, you know, somebody creating that spark. You know, the locker room was hyped up, and you know, we came out second half. Dewey got the pick, first drive. You know, the morale was way up. I just think we got to be more consistent throughout the game. You know, we talk a lot about riding the roller coaster of emotions throughout the game. You know, NFL games are so up and down. You can't let the ups, you know, you can't let the good things take you too up, and then you can't let the bad things take you all the way down. So, you know, we just got to be consistent, and you know, it's a long season. You know, it's just week 3, so.
We'll go to D-Rock.
Did you say this was the first time you've ever lined up to take or ever had a chance to return a missed field goal?
Yeah, that's my first time.
Ever.
Ever.
So, and that was a surprise.
I mean, now, like I said, it's all big dudes out there, so I just can't get tackled by the kicker. Honestly, that's my thought process. I knew I just had to, you know, stem them vertical just to get their feet stopped, and then just try to use my speed to get to the sideline. Somebody almost got me down by my shirt, and thankfully didn't.
So at what point did you realize, yeah, I'm going to score on this one?
As soon as the ball was short, I knew that they're probably not going to catch me because I'm going to use my speed. You know, everybody else set that wall up for me on the left, and you know, we created that spark play right before the halftime.
Thanks, D-Rock. We'll go right over here.
Alex Fleming for the Sun. Back-to-back weeks with the special teams touchdown. Does it make the locker room any easier to know that one phase of the 3 is on the right progression, and how long until everybody gels and gets on the same page?
You know, we're getting there. I mean, you see from week 1 to week 2, week 3. You know, offensively we're getting a little bit better. Defensively we're getting a little bit better. Special teams, there's definitely some things we can clean up. Whether it's me, you know, making the right cuts. You know, us blocking our right assignments, but you know, we're not perfect out there. And you know, you can see from week to week we're getting better on offense, defense, and special teams. So I think we're trending upwards. Obviously, like I said, we got to be a lot more consistent throughout the game. But I mean, like I said, it's a long season.
Are you expecting a phone call from Ed Reed?
You said from Ed Reed. I mean, that'd be great. Obviously, I used to watch guys like Devin Hester, Dante Hall, you know, all those guys, and you know, Devin Hester shot me out once my rookie year, and that was probably one of the best days of my life.
Thanks, Alex. We'll finish with Dan, and then we got Marvin Jones coming right in.
Well, just, you know, when you have these individual positives, it's just a few weeks into the season, but the team is 0-3. How do you assess what you're proud of individually as compared to what you want to work on, kind of going off of some of the stuff you said?
I mean, I don't even really think about it like that, just because. I mean, I've been in the league for 5 years. I haven't been in the playoffs. You know, I want to win. I think I'm at that point where, you know, I'm making big plays, but I'm at that point where I want to win. I want a Super Bowl. I want to, you know, play in the playoffs. I want to play, you know, meaningful games in December and January. And like I said, we're trending upwards. You know, we're a really young team, and you know, week by week we're getting a little bit better at a time. You know, we got a short week coming up, and we just got to focus on Cincinnati, clean up what we got to clean up, and get back to Cincinnati.
Thanks, y'all.
Appreciate y'all.
Did you know it was 109?
I was going to wait, but.
Can you find out it was 109?
The league will review it and make it 108 tomorrow. After a league review, the NFL.
Hey Marvin, right here.
Okay.
The offense seemed to not be able to get in a rhythm for most of the game today. It almost seemed like a carryover from last week where you guys kind of got in that lull. How do you get the offense jump started to where you can have that consistency all game?
I think, yeah, I mean, you're right. Early, I think it was like that. I mean, I think we started with a couple 3-and-outs and stuff. But, I mean, I felt like we were in rhythm. You know, at one point, it was a great rhythm. You know, constantly, you know, going down the field, driving down the field. We had some great moments as an offense. So, I mean, that's all I can say.
Marvin, back here. This is obviously a young team. You're the veteran on this team. What was the conversation at halftime, knowing that this was the first lead that this franchise had had since Week 13 of last year?
I think it was like, hey, we don't need to say anything. You know what we're doing right now. You know, as a team, especially, you know, you see the defense. Obviously, with the big play from Ag, you know, we were up, and it was like no conversation. Like, you know, let's just go out there and play. And I that worked. You know, when the defense went out there, they were playing with some intensity and stuff like that. And you know, later on we started doing some good things. You know, quickly on the ground and stuff like that. So hey, that was the question. That was what was said.
So then, as things kind of spiral in that third quarter, how does the conversation on the sideline change?
It's the same. You know, you just have to, you know, do better. You have to get up and be like, hey, you know, we'll end it. And let's go out there and do our thing. So that's pretty much it.
Marvin, Carlos had a big play on that 2-minute drive at the end of the quarter, and then the way James ran the ball in the third quarter, even though it didn't work out, is that a promising sign there that the running game got on track?
That was a big spark. You know, Carlos, before that play, he was like, hey, let's push him off the ball. And I mean, he made a great play, and it was a good, you know, team effort and individual effort by him. So, you know, we need those plays to, you know, provide that spark, and he did, you know, all week. I think that was the word, the spark. So I think there was a lot of sparks out there, you know, just didn't go our way.
Marvin, just what you could say about Trevor Lawrence 3 weeks in, despite the 0-3 record, just what you're taking from him and maybe, you know, your relationship as you grow through these first 3 games.
I think it's a great relationship, you know, with me and, you know, all the receivers and you know, just our 5 groups on offense. You know, obviously, you know, he's our quarterback, and we rally behind him. You know, very promising, and just the, you know, type of throws that he makes. You know that he's going to be a great quarterback. You know, so as an offense, as a whole, you know, we need to find a way to just all make plays, make the big plays. So you know, constantly, you know, as y'all mentioned, and we'll be right on track.
It's time for 2 more.
Where were you on Jamal's kick return for the touchdown? Did you get a good view of it, and when did you think, yeah, he was gone?
Well, right when he touched it. You know, that's my guy, and I know when he gets the ball, and all those linemen were on the field, I was like, it's over. Like, so, you know, that guy, you know, when the ball's in his hands, and I said this when I first got here, you know, he deserves all the hype that he gets, you know, because he's the best in the league, I think. So, I think everybody was, I wasn't too shocked, but it was a great moment for the team. So we just need to feed off, continue to feed off stuff like that, and we'll be solid.
Marvin, over here. What do you say? If anything, do you say to Trevor after a game like this? You know, he's probably going to take all the blame on himself with the 3 turnovers. He's a rookie. What do you say to him to make sure that he doesn't let it bleed into Thursday?
Just keep going. And I know the type of personality he is. You know, he'll keep going. So that's pretty much all you say. That's all you need to say. You know, he's very mature, especially for his age and being a rookie. And you know, I know nobody's gonna work harder than him. You know, to you know, go on Thursday and put up a good performance. But me as a vet, I say go home and drink some wine. You know, that's what I'm gonna do. All right, okay.
Take care, everyone.
All
everything.
Like too.
Now, you have a permission there?
quick comment about the game. Phoenix is a good team. They're put together. Trent and I looked at that team, and they're put together in the right areas. Good players. I just want to win so damn bad for our players and for Jacksonville. The crowd was, appreciate them coming out and the noise and we're going to get this thing going. I know I said that last week, but damn, they played hard. Players played their asses off today, so just got to made some mistakes and win. Answer questions.
Hey, Coach, you talked this week about needing to get that spark. You felt like that.
Sparks everywhere, man.
Yeah. How deflating can it be for the locker room when you have that sort of energy, at halftime and you aren't able to take advantage of it in the second half?
So that's a great question, and we're going to find out. That's my job to get them back and keep that energy going, because the energy, I'm telling you, the locker room is as good as locker rooms I've ever had. And I told them that. I appreciate them. We're coming back in a few days here and get ready for a road trip. And they played at heat, played a lot of plays against a talented team and cramping and all that stuff that goes with that kind of a ball game. But I just have too much belief in these players. I have belief in, think about against who's in that defensive front. Marching down the field and come slamming off the ball like our offensive line did, and the backs running hard. And we just got to finish it.
Urban, do you feel like you're making progress, and do you balance out? Obviously, it's a wins and losses business, but do you see progress that you want to see here heading in that direction?
Yeah, I see a lot of progress. Obviously, like you said, this is a production-based business we're all in, and you look at it. One loss column, it's not good, but yeah, I still believe we've got a good enough team to make some moves this year and win some games. So I do believe we're making progress.
Is there any concern, or are you starting to get concerned about Trevor's mentality, confidence at all? I think 7, 8 turnovers in the first 3 games.
I worry about everything, but Trevor's a unique individual, and he competes like he competed his tail off. We just gotta. That's something something's not there to throw away, and one of them was not his fault. One was a drop pass. Can't do that with a young quarterback. Can't do that. That's unacceptable. It's unacceptable with an old quarterback. You just can't do that. It just drives you nuts. So, no, I'm worried about it, but like I said, I'm worried about everything. He's a unique cat now. I know what he's going to be like tomorrow. Same way he was last week. He's the most consistent, one of the most consistent players I've been around.
You were able to find the soft spots in Arizona secondary, and Lawrence looks a little bit more comfortable in the pocket. Do you believe it's just a bad, unfortunate interceptions or exhaustion that led to the third quarter explosion?
The third quarter, I can barely hear you.
My apologies. Lawrence has more rapport in the pocket. He looks a little bit more comfortable, and you were able to find soft spots in Arizona secondary. You were up at the half. Do you think the reason for the end of the third quarter, the fourth quarter, was due to the lack of depth at corner or heat?
The lack of depth at corner?
Henderson and Herndon didn't play today.
Oh, yeah. I'm worried about that. Yeah. I thought they hung in there, and one, I got to go back, and I just started looking up, and it looked like he just floated the ball in the air. We didn't make a play on it. Yeah, I'm worried about our depth at corner. With CJ and Trey, we get Trey back, and I think CJ's back this week too, so we should be full strength next week.
Urban offensive line wasn't very good, and Josh Lambo, you backed him last week. You have to do something there this week.
You say offensive line?
Offensive line was very mediocre, and obviously gave up a couple of key on a couple of the turnovers. Gave up some pressures.
I don't know that. I'll get you more information after watching. I just thought that it was one of the best performances against a good defensive front, pushing the ball. I didn't look at the stats. 2 sacks, and then one was a pressure on that pick 6. We'll discuss the line. I thought, I kind of thought we controlled the line of scrimmage, but I'll let you know on Monday. I guess we'll talk. Lambo, I made that comment, man. The guy he's the hardest working specialist I've ever had, but it's also reality. Right now we're missing extra points, so I'm not sure what we're going to do, but like everybody, I'm gonna see him make it because he works so damn hard at it.
Did you sign off on the flea flicker before they went out on it?
I signed off on everything, so.
Did you like that play call there? And you said before that if you're gonna do a trick play, it needs to have an element of surprise. It's a lot easier to do from your own 20 than maybe the opposing 40.
Yeah, I always tell Bev to be aggressive. As I've always told my coordinators all along the years is, let me be the overruler, be the aggressive guy. And I heard it come over the headset, and I obviously didn't stop it. And I looked up and I saw DJ behind the defense. We were behind him. It was a big one. And then I look up and the ball was picked. So, that's the decision I made a long time ago was be aggressive. You gotta be smart, be aggressive.
Urban, James Robinson finally breaks out today. What was the conversation between you and the the play callers as far as getting him the ball? And how can you evaluate his performance today as well?
I thought he was fantastic. He's been practicing like that. He had a good, I thought Carlos ran hard. I couldn't be more, just probably need to give him the ball even a little bit more. But, yeah, that was impressive, especially who you're playing. That team's a good team and just had them on their heels. And I think it was 8 straight runs, in that third quarter. So, yeah, those guys are running hard and we're going to continue to get them the ball.
Kind of going along with Mark's question to combine them then. Were you surprised after 8 straight runs that then on the next play the flea flicker was called, knowing how well the run game was going?
I think I just answered that. It's, you look back now, and it's going to be a hard one to get out of my mind. But it's, you also want creativity in your offense, which I'm always pushing those guys very hard on that. I'm pushing the aggressiveness before every game. Be aggressive. And if, it's my job to say it's not there. Don't do that.
Urban, what did you see on Agnew's 109-yard return, and what was it like getting that set up when you realized that Kingsbury was going to go for the 68-yarder?
Yeah, I couldn't believe they were going to kick it, and our Nick Sorensen said he can hit. He saw him in the pre-practice hitting him, pregame hit him at 63 without really swinging hard. I've never seen that in my life. So we had it set up. We practiced that. We worked it, and that kid's a dynamic guy with the ball in his hand. I'm glad we got him. The same thing we saw. That's why they went after him in free agency. That's a game changer, and he's an even better guy than he is a player. So, we got to find ways to. We got to get loose on a punt return. We haven't done it yet.
Urban, I'm just wondering if you're able to say anything to Trevor, not only after the flea flicker went awry, but just after the game in general, because certainly he'll take a lot of the blame on himself for the 3 turnovers, even though, as you said, one of them wasn't really his fault.
3 turnovers.
I'm sorry?
4. 2 fumbles.
Oh, sorry. But did you say anything to Trevor, just to make sure that there's not any, loss of confidence or that?
I haven't had a chance. We just did this and I came right in, so I will grab him.
How about after the flea flicker?
I just grabbed him afterwards. I can't remember what I said to him, but we got a great relationship. The coaches all do, and the players love him to death. So yeah, he's going to continue to get better, and we're going to go win a game with him.
Did you feel like that was one where you probably should have just thrown it away?
I haven't seen the film of it yet. That's what it looked like to me when I looked up at the board.
Yeah.
Coach, just through the first 3 games with Trevor, just what you can say about assessing his play up to this point, his leadership up to this point, as you look at the big picture stepping into a short week.
Big picture, other than score, leadership, intangibles, the work ethic, the character, the desire to be great, his teammates, his support from his teammates, his support from other teammates. He's a very unique guy. One that I've been very fortunate to coach some elite players, and he's one of the most elite just the way he handles himself. And like I said, he's a 2nd or 3rd most votes on the team as a rookie quarterback. The players love him. They see what I see. They see what the world's going to see. And that's a hell of a player that cares deeply for Jacksonville, cares deeply for his teammates. It's really, it's a refreshing guy to be around every day, and he will get better. I guarantee you that.
That's one.
Coach Melissa Thomas right here with Florida National News. What are you focusing on for the team to improve upon heading into Thursday's game?
Like, first I gotta get him healthy, and that was a tough go today. So I gotta, go from here and just start getting ready for that game. And then my big thing is about just the health, how we can get these guys hydrated up and ready for a good team in Cincinnati. So the focus is just, the focus going into this one, they need some big plays, and we made them. And obviously not enough, so that's going to be the focus. Just need to learn how to, I think twice now, we were winning at halftime, right?
Yes.
And then last week, we should have been winning at halftime. It's just the second half, I guess, would be the focus.
Thank you.
So what was the score at halftime?
13-7.
13-7.
Missed the extra point.
13-7.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Thanks, Amy. Thanks, sir.
What can I say? What can you say? I lost. So you won. Hotel.
Have a good night, guys.
Oh, yeah, and she got him to say it's going to be a hard one out of my mind. It was really good. There's that. Four today. Come on.
What's up, y'all?
Marvin Lewis said he's going to leave you wine to drink. So that's probably
Marvin Jones.
So what did I say, Marvin Lewis?
I didn't even, I'm a big white guy. What you got?
Not an ideal, obviously, game, 4 turnovers for you. Where do you go from here?
Yeah, I mean, nothing changes. Gosh, I'm sick. I feel like we should have won that game. But yeah, nothing changes. I thought we got a lot better today, and you could tell there were some sparks. We made some plays. Collectively, the defense, gosh, they played great, especially against the weapons over there that the Cardinals have. I mean, you can't ask for any more out of that. Same thing, just got to be more consistent. That pick six killed us. Obviously, that's all on me. Got to just be smart, eat it, throw the ball away right there. Trying to think what else. I mean, it's all there though. Like you see, we're getting better, but it's frustrating because we got to finish these games. We need to win these. And last 2 weeks, I really felt like we could have won these past 2 games. So those are 2 good teams we played. So it's like we got everything we need, which is great, but it makes it more frustrating because we just got to finish the game. Hats off to the Cardinals. They did a really good job. Second half on defense, mixing things up, got some pressure, did a really good job. But no, there was things to build on, and we fought. The same thing. We fought to the very end, and
sucks losing, especially that way. But we're gonna get better.
Hey Trevor, third loss in a row, and you're on a short week getting ready for Cincinnati. In this case, does it actually help that you have a game so quick for the turnaround that you can't dwell on such a tough loss like this one?
I mean, it is what it is. We're not gonna dwell. This team's been great about just going back to work, and it doesn't really matter if you think about it. It doesn't really matter if you win or lose the game. You still got another game next week, so. If you win, you gotta go back to work, get ready to play again. If you lose, same thing. So the team's been great about that. I'm not worried about that at all. Biggest thing is getting our guys healthy. You know, I don't really know what that looks like now. Everyone seems to be feeling okay, but just getting healthy because we only have 3 days before we play, 3 full days. So that'll be big. Just resting up, getting healthy, and going and trying to get a win next week. We feel good about where we're at. We're making a ton of progress, and a lot of people don't want to hear that, and I don't want to hear that either. Like, I wish we would have won tonight or today, and we should have, I think. So that was we had a trick play there, and I kind of had a guy in my face, so I threw it off my back foot, and I really didn't see the corner fall off on it there, but I kind of saw him as the ball was coming down, so just not a good decision. But yeah, I didn't really see the guy there. I thought we had a tight end Jake open, and but like I said, it was off my back foot, didn't help, and then got to just throw it away if the guy's close, and protect that. You can't. Defense has been playing great, and just give them 7 points there. It just makes it tough.
As a follow-up, what did Urban say to you after the game just now?
Yeah, we just talked, and we said to each other, like, we got each other's back. You know, we're in it together, and like I said, we're getting better. And I don't have any doubt about this team, and nothing's changed for me. So it's not going back to the drawing board. It's not any of that. Like, we just got to keep going to work, and we're gonna win. We're gonna win some of these games. So nothing's changed.
Trevor, from an offensive standpoint, you were able to run the ball more today, better today as well. How much of a factor was that in the Houston offense getting a little bit more of a rhythm there in the third quarter, and then after that the trouble came back up? So was it simply a matter of just not running the ball enough? As the game went on?
No, I thought Coach Bev called a great game. Like I said, there was a few plays, like the one, what was I gonna say? The interception early. I mean, just a fluke. Tip goes to him like a crazy play. It's just like unlucky. It's gonna happen sometimes. We're in the red zone. Should have had some points there. And then later we're in the red zone again. J-Rob was coming across to try to pick up a guy on a blitz and hit my elbow, like fumble. Stuff like that usually doesn't happen and won't happen a lot. It just happened today. And that was unfortunate. You got to come back from those, though. And then, I thought the play call was great. Coach Bev did a great job mixing everything up, the tempo, run game, pass game. But like I said, I thought we played really complimentary football in the first half. The defense played great all day. And then in the second half, like I said, the pick six hurt us. And then you get down a little bit. And then we had can't remember if we had a 3-and-out or ended up putting or what the next drive. But then we ended up getting down 12 with 6 minutes left, got the ball back. We were driving, and then had that fumble on the probably like 20-yard line going in to score, and that would have made it a 5-point game if we would have scored. And then we give our defense a chance. They get a stop, and we get the ball back with minute 30, 2 minutes left. We got a chance. So that's just how it goes sometimes. Though defense made a play, that happens, but we just got to keep playing complimentary. I thought we did a way better job today than we did the past 2 weeks, though. So we're making strides.
Trevor, how do you assess yourself through these first 3 games, kind of looking back at it? And we just heard Coach say that you love Jacksonville, you want to see this city win. So just what you can say about the city itself, maybe some words to the fans and how you assess yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it's this thing's going in the right direction for sure. And I feel like if you're involved with this team, you know it. We all know it. We all believe it. We got a bunch of great guys in that locker room, great coaches, everybody in the city. has been amazing. Just hang in there. It's gonna come. So we're all believing it. We're putting the work in, and it's gonna come sooner rather than later. So a lot of bright days are ahead. So I would just say, but thank the fan. I thank you guys for. I mean, the stadium was packed when Ag ran that kick back. I guess the field goal back. I mean, it erupted. It was awesome. So we're gonna get there. We'll get there.
Trevor, I think the stat is in your first 3 games as a rookie, it's like you, Peyton, Troy Aikman, Blake Bortles with 2 or more turnovers in each of those games. I know your sophomore year at Clemson, you kind of had a similar stretch there. Do you draw back on that experience right now, or are you just flushing all of this and just saying it's just, circumstance, like you said? That it just, like, the ball just bounced that way, in regards to having so many picks?
I mean, yes and no. There was the one, like, bad decision. Can't happen. I had one today. It's like, turn into a pick six. Like, just can't do that. The other ones, ball security in the pocket on the last play of the game, and they ended up stripping. That's one I can learn from. And you learn from all of them, but you can't let it change the way you play. As far as making better decisions, that does need to change for sure. But I got to be the same guy. I still have to go play. I can't play timid and not take any shots or chances. But no, I feel like I'm learning a lot. I thought, honestly, besides the one pick on the flea flicker play, I thought my decisions were great. I thought we moved the ball, we executed well. I thought I was a lot more accurate today than I was the past 2 games. I thought the receivers did a great job making plays.
Obviously, you don't lose a lot in college or high school. How would you evaluate your confidence where it stands right now?
I'm the same person. Like I said, that's not going to change. I think that's part of the reason why I'm here. I'm be the same person every day. So that's not going to change, and it's not changing the locker room either. So we're going to be all right.
Last one for you, Robin.
Are you getting questions over here? Sorry. Are you getting questions from friends, family about your confidence, about your mindset at all, and how do you answer those if they're asking you?
Yeah, I mean, people check in, like family and friends, make sure I'm doing good. Obviously, it's like this has been different than the rest of my career has gone, but I just tell them, like, we're good. It's like people on the outside typically don't really understand what's in the locker room, the guys we have, and I feel good about who we got, and I know it's like 3rd loss in a row, but I know we're heading in the right direction, so I'm not worried. And the best thing is that the team just keeps going back to work, which is cool. Like, no one's coming in on Monday like, damn, we lost again. Like, let's go win the next one, and it's cool to be a part of. So nothing's going to change for me. Like I said, I'll always be the same guy, and we'll get this thing turned around.
Thank you, Trevor.
Thank you.
We'll have Josh Allen in shortly. And that will be it.